You're live. I'm live. That's it. I'm here. Welcome, everybody. I'm seeing some of you on the deck. We have the chat room available, and today is going to be a combination of a workshop and a training. I like to participate. I like to get your feedback, and I can facilitate this based on your individual needs. Okay, so I always ask you to show up here like you show up everywhere. Just participate, because what you do, and as you participate, you'll get more out of it. Okay, awesome. How long have you been in real estate? For everybody in the chat, type in how long you've been in real estate. I'd like to get a gauge of the room. I 2 years. 2 years now. Beautiful. So you're enjoying this downhill slide. 10 years. And you're enjoying this downhill slide. Charles, come on. 3 decades. 3 decades. So 3 decades. And I'm coming up to my 40th year. I started in 1986. July, 40 years. And I was talking to another top manager, broker owner yesterday who's been in it 38 years, 37 years. And we were talking about a lot of realtors today in the industry. They've never experienced this market. Unless you've been around for over 30 years, like you really have no perspective. We had a couple blips along the way, right? 18, 17, but they were short-lived, nothing like we're in right now. So the reality of what's going on, we can't change it. But what we can change is our mindset about the opportunity in this market. Because right now, this is a massive opportunity. The numbers are showing us what's happening. Charles is part of TREB, so look at Market Watch. And I'm pulling out the data, and Charles, you can probably tell me about 70% of realtors right now didn't do a transaction in the last 12 months. It could be higher.
Well, TREB data says 50.
Okay.
But outside of TREB, there's other boards out there, right? We have 114,000 registrants.
Across Ontario. Yeah.
So only 70,000 of them are in TREB. So what are the rest doing?
So you extrapolate 50 to 70%, and that's okay. That's all right, because this is part of the process. As the market slides, this creates the opportunity for those that are here. So the fact you're still here, you're showing up, that's what it takes right now. This is a market for the motivated. So I want to share some ideas right now that if we can change our current thinking, that's got us to where we are, because you're exactly where you need to be. If we could change one or two thought processes for you to see the opportunity in this market right now, you will have your best year ever. And I can wholeheartedly say that, because the minute you make that decision, that becomes the beginning of your new reality. So you're here in the room, and everybody at chat, at home, on Zoom, in the chat, write down these 3 words. And I'm going to share some ideas along the way as things come to me. So I have an overview of what I want to talk about, but sometimes conversations lead me to a different direction. I'm very intuitive, so I'm going to flow with that if you're okay with that. 3 words right now. This will help you have your best year ever. Decide, believe, expect. You're going to literally make a decision today. Whenever you're listening to this recording, you're going to make a decision that this will be your best year ever. Okay? Now, the minute you do that, you got to watch your mind. Because your mind's going to start to tell you, well, that's great. Yeah, who's this guy? He's not selling. He has no idea my reality. And then your mind will start telling you just the opposite of that. And we get to relive our past. So put our past on the shelf. And right now, this is going to be your best year ever. And now you write down the income goal that you want as if it's the end of next year. This is very timely because we're just coming through the holiday season. We've reflected. Everybody is hopeful right now. This is going to be a great year. Like, everybody's hopeful. That will dissipate. By the end of the month, it's going to be like the gym. We're back to the regulars. All the new people have stopped coming, and they've gone right back to their habitual life and process. So the opportunity right now is you can have your best year ever if you make that decision. Your goal now is to build the belief that that's possible. That's our job. Our job is to fight and hold on to that belief that that is my reality. And the minute doubt comes in, the minute your mind starts telling you, well, it's hard, interest rates, the economy, and gives you all the stories, like everyone can tell me why it's hard. And we're going to talk about some of that in a minute. The minute you can flip that and turn it always into the opposite, so doubt becomes opportunity, you will literally have 100% belief that this is going to be your reality. And the minute that happens is when you expect it to show up. And this, everyone knows this happens. Have you ever been in real estate, you're out working and it just flows? Like just you're getting referrals after another, your sign calls are coming, like you just business is moving. That's evidence that you're in flow and you're in the process of accepting what is happening for you in the market. But if we don't have belief that that's going to continue, it goes right back. So this is either a hard market or it's a, what's the opposite of hard? Easy market. Okay, this is part of what we're going to talk about today, the breakthrough. We have to redefine the old conditioned thoughts process, write down the polar opposite. Okay, so is this a hard market or is this an easy market?
Hard market.
Okay, we're working on you, buddy. And notice this yourselves, right? How are you feeling? What just happened there was programming. He just shared verbally what he's feeling deep down inside. No judgment on it. He's feeling it's hard. That is the reality up until today. Moving forward, this minute in time, it's not hard. What's the opposite of hard?
Easy.
Thank you. How is this market?
Easy.
There we go. We're switching it. We're switching our motivation. We're switching our belief systems. This is the mind game. This is all mindset. We get caught on doing things. We need news databases. We need to be advertising here. We need to be doing all this stuff. The reality is we don't need to be doing all of this. We need to become more. We need to be different than we've been in the past. That's what our philosophy is. Our philosophy is change our thinking, change our outcome. And it's a process. I wish I could press this button and it would happen instantly for everybody. But the reality is it's not going to happen because our programming that we all live by right now has been a lifetime to get here. So I am 61. I have 61 years of programming in my mind. The reason I keep taking courses, the reason I keep having coaches, I keep signing up for all these things is to grow my mind, to recondition my own thinking. So these workshops like this are great. And Charles, thank you very much for this opportunity. And everybody here, welcome. My goal today is to help shift your thinking, shift you, have an experience in this hour that can literally begin the change that you're going to have this best year. Okay? That's where we're going. My name's Jamie Purvis. For those that I haven't met, I keep looking at my camera, but it's not there. It's over there. My name's Jamie Purvis. I've been in the real estate space, started in July 1986, sold actively for 23 and a half years, built out a top team. Our best year in real estate, we sold 80 homes, and basically before computers. Like we were working. We worked our butt off. I transitioned from sales into leadership, got involved with a company, Keller Williams. We grew that company to be number one, our office, number one in Canada for 3 years in a row. And we went from 47 agents to 230. We grew by 483% in 5 years. And that is the foundation of what we teach in our business today. So I'm just giving you foundation, what got me where I am. I left everything at the end of 2018, walked away. Height of my career, the reason I left, I lost the loving feeling. I loved coaching our realtors. I coached our realtors 1 day a week. I loved that piece. So I made the decision I wanted to spend my rest of my life doing that. I walked away from everything, sold my shares in 4 companies, and basically took 6 months off. I had no clients. I had no idea direction. I just knew I had to follow my heart. And I had the confidence. Just like everybody here has confidence, right? You know you can go out and sell 2, 3, 5 homes, 10 homes, 20 homes a year. Everybody knows that, right? So if we're doing it or not, it doesn't matter. We just deep down have to know. And that's why I did this, and I walked away and started the B2F movement. So the B2F movement is a life business coaching company. My business partner is my daughter. She lives down in Florida. So I started off as this transition where I was going to go part-time, and now we're building this business worldwide. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful how we can work on our own timeline, we travel, the opportunities that show up after you make a decision. So I made that decision. I had confidence in myself, and I still made the decision. So let me ask you this right now. Do you believe you're doing more, or you could do more business than you currently do? Yes? Okay, everybody at home, stop looking there. Here.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you can do more business than you're doing? Right? So if you have that belief, that tells me you have a growth mindset. You have an amazing office, an amazing leader here. Charles and I, this is the first time we're actually physically meeting.
Physically,
We've been back and forth. He was at Remax West, Bloor and Bathurst.
yeah.
I was downtown at King and Bathurst, and we were recruiting agents back and forth. I kept hearing about Charles. I'm sure he heard about me. And the beautiful part is that tells me he's a great leader. So you have somebody here with the leadership in this office, right down to the ownership of the company, that they want their success more than you do. I can deep in my gut tell you that. They were, if you call Charles, does he return the call?
Oh,
Right? That tells you you're in the right place. So now we can't blame the office. A lot of realtors try, but we can't. At the end of the day, we have to look in the mirror. So this is your come to Jamie moment. I used to say the other one, but somebody once said that's offensive. So come to Jamie. I look in the mirror every day. My goal is to become the best I can be. So what we're going to talk about today is the breakthrough. How do we break through our current level of success? This is a module. This workshop today is a piece of an entire program that we have called the Repeatable Revenue Roadmap. This is a program to help you generate $75,000 in income every 90 days, consistently, over and over and over, or more. It grows over time. So it's a $300,000 roadmap. This is one piece. We're going to start the journey right now. So for everyone in the room and everyone at home, scan the QR code. And this is going to take you to a quiz. This is called the Income Assessment Quiz. You're going to give everyone a couple minutes to do this. You're going to log in, enter your contact info, and then there's 10 questions. Each question, there's 3 choices. Pick the one that best resembles or basically determines or decides who you are right now in your
this will
business.
be hard for people that are watching the seminar on their phone.
That's okay. Charles is going to give me everyone's information, so we'll get this all sent out afterwards.
Good.
So if you can do this right now, though, do it now. And the reason I'm inviting you to do that is we want to be proactive in the moment.
You've got a lot of Wi-Fi. It might be a Wi-Fi might be a little slow because we've got a lot of people connected.
Well, good.
I got it going because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Beautiful.
Keep it off Wi-Fi. We're off Wi-Fi, yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to go through this and just type in the chat when you're done. Yeah, it's a quiz. There's 10 questions. Each question, there's 3 options. Pick the one that you feel best represents you based on that question. At the end of it, self-score yourself, and then you will get a copy of the quiz back. But what this quiz is going to do is going to give us and you very clear understanding of where you are in your business, where your opportunities are, and where your gaps are. I'll let everyone do that for a second. Well, thank you. Oops.
Making us think here.
Well, it's not easy. Everyone wants the easy button. Yeah. So we were just saying, I'll let you jump. It's a 10 question quiz. Okay. It makes you think, right? It's just designed to be very self-reflective and call out what's working and what's not. Without judgment. Please do this without judgment.
The thing with contact information again?
Yeah, I think you did only log in, but fill it out at the end too.
Yeah.
It's like realtors, you search a name, you find their entire history.
Oh, you were supposed to keep track of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, just, you know how you do it?
I didn't do that.
Guesstimate. If you answered 3 for everything, it's a 30. If you answered 2 for everything, it's a 20.
Okay.
Go with your gut. Intuition.
All right, a minute.
Okay, so Charles is done. Give everyone another 30 seconds and then we'll roll on.
But Jamie, the thoughts that you're putting into our heads with this questionnaire really boils down to an examination how we perceive ourselves.
Self-examination. Yep. What you think is working, what you think isn't, it's just a snapshot in time. Like you could literally do this tomorrow and it may change the results a little bit,
Yeah.
but there's some patterns and we live in patterns. And the goal is after you've done that assessment is you find out what's really working and let's do more of that. We don't need to do everything, but we live in a world of shiny objects.
Here's how to admit, right?
5, 10, whatever is the all. Yeah, we live in a world of shiny objects. And I've never been diagnosed. My business partner, Jack's daughter, has self-diagnosed herself and me. And it's like, yeah, we have scatterbrain. I have squirrel syndrome.
Don't you want people's perception of themselves quite different from how other people perceive that?
That is so true.
And you notice I said don't judge yourself because most of us judge ourselves.
But how can we not judge ourselves?
Well, there lies an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So if we're going to judge ourselves, are we over analytical or are we giving ourselves the benefit of the doubt? Most times, I know for me, like I'll beat myself up more than anybody, which then is a self-defeating prophecy, which then keeps me stuck with an image of myself that is less than maybe what others see of me, but that also controls my results. And that's why we see that show up. So this is all mindset. This whole business right now is mindset over everything. And to have that so strong that no matter what. So that whole concept that I shared is this is going to be your best year ever. If I can inspire anybody to take that and that becomes your mantra. And you write that down every single day, morning, evening. This is my best year ever. This is my best year ever. Eventually, you're going to be enough of a great salesperson, you're going to convince yourself. See, I can inspire you, but the motivation comes from within. You've got to be motivated when nobody else is here. And if we rely on other people to motivate us, then we're stuck, because then we're giving the power. So everybody at home, I want to ask you to rate yourself right now on a scale of 1 to 10. How aligned do you feel your current beliefs are for the growth you're aiming for in your business? Do you believe you have a strong enough mindset now to achieve your goals this year? Rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, just based on where you are right now, without judgment. And beside the number you just wrote for yourself, write down your goal as if it's already been achieved. So,
Your financial goal?
yep, your business income goal. So imagine it's December 31st, 2026. I'm so happy and grateful now that I earned X.
Wow.
Yeah, write it down. Whatever comes to mind. Don't overthink it. Yeah, I saw that.
I know.
I know. Don't think. Write down.
It's too much, No?
Write down what you want.
Good.
Everybody at home, write down what you want. Stop limiting yourself. This is breakthrough day. If you're gonna have your best year ever, you write it down. What do you want? See, it's got to be your own personal selfish goal. What do you want? Because if you don't business for the what? The lottery? Well, you just spent 80 million, so there's always tomorrow. But write down what you want and don't hold yourself back. Because the minute we hold ourselves back, we're shrinking. How the hell are we ever going to become the best we can be if we shrink?
Okay.
Okay, so let go of our old, doesn't matter what happened last week, last year, last month, we're starting today. We've laid the foundation. You got your number.
I increased it as you're.
Thank you. See what happens? It's almost like I'm giving you permission to grow and stretch your mindset. You don't need it from me. You need to do that for yourself. Okay? And that's the intention here. So write down what you want. No attachment to how it's going to happen. Because if you make a conscious decision, this is going to be your best year ever, guess what? You're going to step into that identity. Be to have is designed, be first. We have to take on the identity. How do you do that? You use your imagination like a child. You ask a kid what they want to do, and they're going to ramble off. They don't think. What do we do as we get older? We start to think. And somebody told us one time, you can't do that. That's too big. Charles, we recruit brand new agents, right?
Yeah.
100,000 was the number I always got. Brand new agents, I want to make 100 grand. Everybody want to make 100 grand, right? Then you get the odd person that comes in and says the first year I want to make 250. Boom. Okay. That person just expressed to me, he's probably made that before, but he also has high goals for himself. I am not attached, just like Charles isn't attached to your goal. We'll buy into your goal. When I'm coaching agents and they say I want to make 500, perfect, let's do it. Because you all know how to achieve the goal you just wrote down. If you were training and mentoring a brand new agent and you could lay out a path for them based on who you are today as a realtor, exactly how to make that goal you just wrote down for yourself. And notice if we didn't write down the big goal or we shrunk, we're not allowing ourselves to be exposed and become the best we can be. This market right now, this next 2 years is the opportunity market. The agents that stick around, that put in the thoughts, the mindset, are going to have their best year. And what you get now, you never lose. Step into that identity. So now you have a score from 1 to 10. We're going to help you raise that through the next few minutes. You guys in the room, everybody at home, what is your biggest challenge or doubt that's getting in the way of your business right now? What is your biggest challenge? What is your biggest? What do you feel? Yeah.
My car.
Your thoughts. Okay. Self-reflective.
Technical.
Technical stuff.
Technology.
Technology, process. How do I do things? Okay. That's stopping you right now.
I don't know, that there's nothing stopping me right now.
What stopped you from writing that big goal?
Oh, I guess I don't think, yeah, I have to think bigger. It's like that lottery commercial, think bigger.
Okay. Do you feel sometimes you hold yourself back?
Maybe, but I get myself out there. Yeah, I don't know, pretty good.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, like
So best year ever in real estate. Just think about what it was. I don't need a number.
Yeah.
Double that number.
yeah,
Okay. Got it in your mind?
yeah,
Is that the number you wrote down?
pretty much,
Okay. Good. So you're already stretching.
yeah.
What I hear often right now that's holding people back, Charles, you talk to realtors, the market, the economy, interest rates, macro events in the world, fear, doubt, uncertainty. Our buyers are just not sure what's going on. Sellers, how many sellers want a price that was a year ago,
4 years ago.
right? Right? Because they probably need it, right? They're underwater. They can't sell. Buyers right now, remember last year when the rates started to come down? You saw all the posts online. The market's going to change. Yeah, we had a blip, and then buyers know it's going to get worse before it gets better. They're waiting. Buyers want a deal. Sellers don't want to come down. So we have this gap. I think this year, the average sale price, you're going to see a drop this year. It dropped about 80, 90 grand last year. I think this year's going to drop. And the reason is what we were talking about this morning. Does anybody notice the increase of power sales? Wait till you see what's coming. And as more power sales hit the market, this is what I lived through from 89 to 95. At one point, over 50% of the listings were power sales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it's going to get there, and it doesn't matter because we're going to have our best year ever. We can't let that outside event control our thinking. See, I'm putting this out there for you because I want you to feel that uncertainty, that doubt. Because if we have 100% belief I'm going to have my best year ever, in spite of all this, that's just opportunity. This is the market for the motivated. We just have to find people that want to buy or sell because of their motivation. That's it. We can't help everybody. So we're gonna shift our thinking. Income ceiling. You just raised it. I love it.
Yeah.
You just raised it. Good. And for everybody at home, if you feel now that goal you wrote down is too small, write down what you want. Get out of your own way.
At the end of the day, Mark will be-
Yeah, that's why me and you know.
Are there Asians making $1 million right now in a year?
Absolutely.
Right. God, you got one in this office. The guy's been around forever. Okay, so if they can do it, why can't you?
Right.
Some of my clients had their best year ever last year.
Yep.
How's that possible in a market that everybody's in? Because they made the conscious decision. Starts with the decision. You want to know what your current mindset is? Look at your current income. Plus or minus 10%, what you did last year, what you did the year before, what you did the year before that. I can go back 3 years, and I learned this when I was recruiting. 3 years of income always shows me plus or minus 10%. Some years, 2021, best year ever for realtors because literally you did nothing, you just showed up. The world was closed for a year. Next year it's open, everyone had their best year ever, and then boom. But your actual thoughts determine your income, and your evidence is look at your current income over the last 3 years. And if it's in that range, and for most people it dropped last year, and it didn't drop, it dropped because you allowed it to drop. If you take ownership of that and take the blame away from all the stuff and look in the mirror, that's what's caused the drop. So this is personal accountability. So the gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. So then we all know what to do, but are we doing what we know? Are we fearful? Are we worried? Are we holding ourselves back? Let me ask you this question. Who is contacting 5 people a day from their sphere of influence or their database? 5. In the chat, comment yes if you are. Who's talking to 5 people a day from their database?
Like physically talking? or
5 conversations.
Text or.
That's not conversation.
Yeah, get a defined contact.
Thank you.
You
Appreciate
can have
that.
a conversation.
5 conversations a day.
Okay.
Thank you for that. See, I have to be clear. Texting, emails, all that's designed to have a conversation. Here's what's missing right now. I did 33 workshops last year. You know what came out of that? People are missing community in the office, and clients are missing community. We need to get back into connection and back into community. There is nothing more important right now than having conversations with your people. If you're not as a realtor, somebody else is. Your clients are probably experiencing some negativity in their life right now. You'll be surprised what they'll tell you when you pick up the phone and connect. So I'll give you a script. Here's a script for a text message. Hey, Charles, it's Jamie. I was just thinking of you. How are you?
Good.
That's the script. And you're going to start to get into a conversation. Then you want to take it offline and get on the phone.
Mhm.
I have another workshop I do, and we went through a bit of a process, and people were getting leads in the workshop, like implementing that. So we just need to get out of our own way. 5, my other challenge for everybody, 5 conversations. You want your best year ever? 5 conversations a day. Guys, this is so simple. It doesn't get any easier. However, most people have been very comfortable. You agree, Charles?
Well,
If you don't have that many contacts in your portfolio, how you can.
Do me a favor, open up your phone. Everybody at home, open up your phone.
You're lying to yourself.
Yeah, open up your phone. Everybody open your contacts on your phone.
Yeah.
Let's see how many people you have.
I do have so many, but those not in my very close relationship.
You open your phone and you look at how many contacts. You have enough people in your world right now. They wouldn't be in your phone if there wasn't a connection. Is it a deep relationship? No. Yes. If it isn't, pick up the phone and get in a conversation. How do we develop relationships? Big game. 5 a day. And if you want accountability, you got a great leader here in this office. Set up an accountability with Charles. That's what I do with my clients. I have clients that text me at the end of the day, 5 done. They actually text me 1 a day. That's the accountability. They text me every day, 1 a day, 1 a day, 1 a day. You text that enough, guess what? You're going to actually believe everything you're doing, and business starts to show up. So the gap between knowing what we need to do and what we're doing is the opportunity. So what's actually stopping you? So the real culprit is our thinking, and we have limiting beliefs. We have limiting beliefs that we're bothering people. It's not the right time. I don't know what to say. I haven't talked to them in forever. One of my clients last year, I challenged her to do this. She resisted me for about a month. Finally, she made the committed decision. I said, look, you're paying me big money to coach you and keep you accountable. Either stop or start doing it. I upset her enough. She started doing it. Within a week, she reached out to somebody she hadn't spoke to in 8 years. She knew her from a previous life in a different job. Had a conversation. 25 minutes into the conversation, the person says, you know what, by the way, we're thinking of selling and we want to buy. She's a client in Kingston. Turned into $45,000 of commission doing that. Okay, I want to impress upon you, this stuff works. Charles knows this works. So what's stopping us from doing it is fear, doubts, all that is limiting beliefs. Yeah, that's a belief. Rejection. Yeah. And it's real. Like, guys, I made 75,000 cold calls. So I started when I was 22. I didn't have a sphere of influence. So my coach at the time, I said to him, I want to do 50 transactions a day, or 50 transactions this year. He said, okay, good. You talk to 50 people a day. Okay. So I started. And I tracked. I had to track my numbers. So I know in my career, when I stopped tracking, I had made over 75,000 cold calls. There is nothing anybody can say that's going to bother me. I translated that into management. When I was recruiting, I called realtors. In my job today is building our business. I reached out to Charles. I'm still proactively building the business. So fear of rejection just means this is a belief, and that stops us. This is Freud's iceberg theory. Okay? Our conscious thinking is what keeps us stuck. We need to get below the surface. Our deep-rooted beliefs, our values, all the thoughts that control us is all at a subconscious level. So I can get everybody excited right now, but I know this, when I leave, that excitement's going to go, woo. And by the afternoon, you might go back to what you've already been doing. That's true, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on, guys, I'm being real. Like, that's true. That's why I want to get you the thought process today. Your best year ever, start there. So we need to reframe this, because this here is your current operating system. If you love your results, you have it perfect. It's perfect for you. If you don't like your results, we have to reprogram our operating system. Just like your computer, except it happens automatically. We have to program it and then do it and then repeat it over and over. So the tip is that conscious thinking, the subconscious is where the control is. The problem is we spend time thinking we can change our results consciously. We have to change the deep-rooted beliefs. And they determine your results. So if you think you're bothering people when you're calling, if you're fearful of rejection, that's a belief. The question is that a belief that's real or is it made up? Most of the beliefs we have were impressed upon us by somebody else, or we made them up. So how do we flip them from the negative to the opposite? So our current beliefs right now is what's showing up in our life. It's what's keeping us stuck. We want to turn it over so it's more empowering and positive. Because when we have that feeling attached to it, then we're going to step into it. If not, we're going to stay stuck in that loop of negativity. So I've given everybody here in the room 2 sheets of paper. So for everybody at home, grab a sheet of paper, rip it in half. We're going to go through a bit of an exercise right now. And the reason we're doing this for you is I want you to get the experience of this. Because this is how we replace our program. So on this sheet of paper, write down right now your biggest fear or challenge that you feel is affecting your business. What's getting in the way? Or here's how I'll reframe that for you. What are you not doing that you know you should be doing, that if you did it, you know you would hit your goals? So what are you not doing that you should be doing? Write that down, because that's a challenge. We're not doing what we know. What challenge do you feel you're facing right now? Okay, what does that mean when you say yourself?
No. I meant if you were asking me.
Yeah.
My biggest challenge actually was probably getting confidence for me,
Okay.
right? Because it's probably exactly what you said. Definitely. I know a lot. I've been around it for a long time. It's just a matter of touching base with those people.
Okay,
And letting them know that I am in real estate, or have in real estate.
okay, good.
You know,
So let's go below the surface. So you know what you should be doing, but you're not doing it, right? We call that the knowing doing gap. We know what we should do, but we're not doing it.
that's-
Below the surface, what's the fear? Well, there is a fear because you're not doing it. You just say,
I think this has to be really that I'm having what this connection.
okay, write down distractions. Yep, good. See, what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling this out and everyone at home. Hear what I'm saying, but you write down for yourself. And if you don't come up with anything, you're lying to yourself. There's stuff holding you back. Okay, so write it down. So distractions. You know you should be calling your people. Are you calling 5 a day? Okay, let me ask you this. You haven't been doing it. What do you think's been holding you back from doing
I think I'm trying to fix too many people's stuff.
it? Okay, you're a problem fixer. Write it down. So you're trying to solve problems. And that's what we do in real estate, right? We do solve problems, but we can't fix everyone's life. We have to solve our own problem. What's our own problem? Making more money. You make more money, life gets better. And it's not about the money, it's about the freedom that comes with it. It's all about what money does for you. It's not even the money. It doesn't matter. But when you do have more income, you have more choices. So we have to now put ourselves in front of people. So if I can invite everyone to write this down, is another theme this year, put yourself first. So write down, I'm putting myself first. Yeah, no, don't write it on that one, 'cause we're gonna keep that one. On the other piece of paper, we're keeping this paper. I'm putting myself first. See, this idea flows to me, so we need to write these down. This goes with your goal. Putting myself first. Here's another one for you. The more fun I have, the more profit I make. Yep. Yep. The more fun I have, the more profit I make.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't like to have more fun and make more money in this market?
Me.
Yeah, hell yes. That's a hell yes, right? Okay. So we have decide, believe, expect. We have the more fun I have, the more profit I make.
More money I need.
More money I make, more profit I make. And what was the other one I asked you to write down? Put yourself first. That's important. Okay, let's go back. I go on these tangents because I just follow things that come to my mind that I want to share. Anything that you feel is holding you back right now? And the other piece of paper, I'd like you to write down the opposite of that challenge. So give me an example. What is one challenge you have right now?
Become more disciplined.
I have to become more disciplined. So what is the opposite of that statement? I'm a disciplined person, right? Because you said I have to become more. The opposite, so that tells me you're not disciplined. You're maybe not following through on things you should be doing. Maybe you're having a schedule, but you're not following it. I'm going to do my schedule and I haven't done it yet. It's already the middle of January. Like January's going to be over like this, guys.
I'm worried already about this year.
Right?
Yeah.
I said that to my wife the other day. It's like, I'm already feeling like I'm behind.
Very positive.
So,
Once it's gone already and nothing like that happens.
right. So that's why we need to get into action today. So the opposite, so write down the opposite of any negative thought you have. So the opposite of I'm not disciplined is I'm disciplined. So you write that down on that other sheet of paper. So we're going to have a negative sheet and a positive sheet. So what,
So I wrote a my one, there's the prospecting that's supposed to I do it, I'm not doing.
okay,
I'm making a phone call, or to reaching to the people.
can I peel that down for you to a core level? Doesn't sound like you're committed. Would you say that you are committed right now to do what you need to be doing to make the sales you need to make? Call it out. Right? What you just shared is you're not committed. You're not following through what you should be doing. So what's the opposite of I'm not committed? I am committed. So write down I'm committed. See, this is where you get to reframe your thinking based on your challenge. Everyone at home do the same thing. It sounds so bloody simple, but it's so powerful.
Marriage is simple.
Yes, dear.
anyone ask, do you have a dream?
I don't know that particular person.
On Instagram? No, I've never seen.
You know what? It's a great question because here's what I've learned in my experience. Most people don't even know what they want. See, I just proved to it, and you just proved it to yourselves when I asked you to write down what you wanted, what your goal was. So that's evidence that most.
You know the book and it's become so famous, it's like viral, you know.
So what it means is
A lot older than you, Johnny.
decide what you want. What's your dream? What's your goal? And if you don't know, how the hell are you going to get there? And that's why our default mechanism, our thinking, just gets us through where we end up. So now you have 2 sheets of paper. Take the negative one. Okay, everyone, right? And at home, you've got this. Keep looking here. Take the negative sheet of paper, fold it in half. Okay? Now fold it in half again. Now fold it in half again.
Are you gonna ask me to burn this?
Not, yes, but not here. Because Charles is concerned about liability. He's concerned about liability and fire code. Before we burn it though, fold it one more time.
Okay.
Okay? Now we have, okay, now rip that in half. Rip what you have in half. Can I see yours for a second?
You can't do that.
Okay. And the purpose of this is to show you how hard it is to remove our thinking that's controlling our life. See, we think, okay, I'm talking about this, it all sounds good, I'm gonna change my mind and change my outcome. We have to do this. So, okay, if you folded that multiple times and you rip that in half, you know what that shows to me? Deep down at a subconscious level, you're tired of the stuff that's going on. And you want to break and have a different outcome in your life.
So, I always think I'm gonna be disciplined, but
You're going to reframe the story. I am disciplined. So the next time you catch yourself saying, I'm not disciplined, and I'm getting into my judgment, write it down, burn it. So to his point, you write down the negative, you write down the opposite, take that negativity, go outside and burn that shit. Like this is, it's experiential. But what, go for it.
I think I'm not disciplined. Around me, everyone think I'm so disciplined. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But in my heart, in my deep inside, I know I'm not doing it.
Well, that tells me
The same
you
I
feel
told
you,
right? The people say I'm so disciplined, but I said myself, no, I'm not.
to your point, Charles, people see us a certain way,
Yeah.
but deep down, we know who we are. And we know we could be doing better. Would you agree?
That's right.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So that's telling me you're doing this. Others are going, wow, that's amazing. You're going, I suck. Okay, so then we go into deep in your the mindset that you're doing your best every single day and you're stretching yourself.
And telling me that I really to get better. Don't.
Didn't I say you have great leader?
Yeah.
That's what great leaders do. They see you.
Likely because I'm killing the button way too hard.
That's the best way to. Okay, yeah.
Well, remember I said when I started, your leadership will likely want your success more than you do. That's why we do what we do. Eventually, you're either going to do it or not, but he's still going to believe in you.
If you want to make the big bucks, you gotta do it. So
Well, this is the year you're either going to do it or you're not,
Are you gonna die?
or get out of the real estate business. And that's okay.
that's right.
Don't worry, there's thousands leaving every day. It's okay. It's all good. It means there's less people that even think about taking the opportunity of the business.
To his point, we're all gonna die. What are you gonna do before you do?
That's right.
No, what I mean is like, if we not burning that, obviously, actually, we will die. And my wife can't avoid that. Yeah.
What are you gonna do before you die?
Are you gonna live before you die?
Yeah.
Right? And are you living your biggest and best life? And see, when you said what you just shared, like that's deep and that's honest. Because that tells me there's a gap inside of you right now. And the longer you go without stepping into that, you're either going to give up on it or you're going to go for it. And there usually comes a point in our life where something happens, it's usually an external event, and then you say, that's it, I'm done. I'll give you an example that's real for me. I left what I was doing. I figured by the time I'm 65, my wife and I are going to start traveling in the winter times. Well, she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2021. Thank God, everything's okay. If you talk about your life changing in an instant, at that point, when she went through her treatment, the next year we spend our winters in Mexico. And I'm not waiting. So I made the conscious decision, I'm living my life that way. Same way you're going to make the decision, this is your best year ever. And when you make that decision, nothing gets in your way. The person that says, oh, I don't know if you can do it. Love your opinion. Bye. You're either with me or not. I'm good. My world has gotten very small. I have cheerleaders around me, and anyone else that doubts anything that I want, you're just not in a relationship. It's okay. People come like this in your life. Be that person for your clients. That's why I'm inviting you to talk to 5 people a day. Because they need to hear from you guys. They got stuff going on. Don't even make it about real estate, because you know this. Every time you get in a conversation, real estate comes up. They ask you, how's the market? Boom. Make it about them. Make it about connection. Missing thing. It's a missing ingredient right now. So your success here is your own responsibility. You control your mind. Charles can pump you up. You can listen to podcasts. You can do all this stuff. But that underlying belief system is what keeps you stuck. So we're going to upgrade our operating system. Today's the start. You're going to start to upgrade your operating system. Every time you get a negative thought, you write it down. What's the opposite? Positive, turn the negative. That's a system. It sounds silly. Some of you will actually do it. If you want your goal bad enough, you'll do it. So here's the 4-part breakthrough. Quick recap again. So the question is your thought based on fact or assumption? So those thoughts, those challenges you have, is that a fact or is it an assumption?
Assumption.
Bingo. See? So now we're exposing it. If I would ask you that question 35, 40 minutes ago, you might have told me it was a fact. But because now you're thinking and you're stepping into a space when you're putting yourself first, your awareness is changing. So now if we understand that this belief system is likely not a fact, it's an assumption, we get to reframe it. How did we reframe it? Negative to positive. Burn the negative. Rip it up. That example of folding it in half, you see how tough it is to break those old habits. It gets to a point you can't even fold it anymore. But that's what controls you. So that's the experience. So now, see, if I told you, your thoughts control you, you hear it, it goes over. But now you just live that experience. Now you will understand, because I planted that in your mind by the experience you created for yourself. That's my goal. That's how I coach. It's all experiential. If I can help you reframe things so you can experience it, you buy into your goal, you self-motivate. Then we get to rewrite our story. So that goal you wrote for yourself for the end of the year, you want accountability? Talk to Charles. I'm going to provide everyone an opportunity to talk to me afterwards. Start to surround yourself with yay sayers. Because that becomes your inner circle. In this market to thrive, you need a very tight inner circle. The world's negative enough. We can't have this. And most times, we allow it. So take control of your mind. And then ultimately, the release of letting go is part of the process of growth. Because if we try to get to the future dragging all this old conditioning with us, how the hell are we ever going to get here? Because A, I don't believe they've been taught, and some people love the story. So if you love your story, that's okay. But do you want to live a bigger life? And if somebody doesn't want to let go, hey, it's cool. It's all right. You know what? You're on your path. I ask great questions to cause people to think. That's my job as a leader. My job as a leader is to ask you a deep, thought-provoking question that causes emotion, causes a shift. Because you won't do those calls for me. You'll do them for you. See, if I was working with you all one-on-one, and we're having a conversation about your 5 contacts, we're gonna break down to, okay, what's your income goal? What's that gonna do for your life? Forget about the money. It can be 100, 200, 300 million, it doesn't matter. I have clients outside of real estate that are very, very wealthy. And they are so focused on what they want, not for the money. It's the byproduct. They want freedom. They want to do these things. One guy gives away half of what he makes. He's making millions, gives away half every year. Because that fills his soul. That's his why. Are you connected to that? That goes back to what you're dreaming. See, having a dream and then getting emotionally connected to it, that's the subconscious. If not, we're just talking. And that is very short-lived. So that's the breakthrough process. So describe the situation you want it to be, your income. Everyone's got their income goal. Re-look at that goal right now, and is that what you really want? Is it big enough? Let me ask you this. This is a good question. Is your goal worthy of you?
Yes.
Love it. Is your goal worthy of you? That income goal you wrote down, is that worthy of you? Or is there more there? Ah, okay. What's the more for you? Right? Look at what you wrote down. Okay, cross it off. Everyone at home, if you're listening to this and you're looking at your goal and it's not feeling like it's enough anymore, cross it off. Cross off that goal you wrote down. I want you to experience this. So cross off that goal because you said it wasn't worthy of you. I'll write down the goal that's worthy of you. Make it bigger. See, right now your mind is screaming. It's like, you can't do it because how am I going to do it? See how fast doubt kicks in?
Is reality negativity?
Is reality negativity? Find that for me. What do you mean?
So what you think is realistic versus what you can achieve. Negative. So it's that negative. I can't do this.
Yeah.
Because it's not realistic.
Oh God, I hear that all the time. People tell me, oh, they tell me this is what I want, but I want to be realistic. I say, F realistic. That's conditioned thought process. Somebody told you that at some point, probably when you were a kid, you said you wanted something and somebody said, oh, you can't do that. And then as a little child, that becomes deep-rooted core belief.
That's what our parents do to us.
Not our parents, school, education system, culture. We all have different cultures. We're all raised differently. Okay, so all this is programming. So here's the funny thing. The beliefs we have that run our life, that have been running my life for 61 years, my core beliefs, weren't even mine. To Charles' point, they were impressed upon me.
Yeah.
My church, my parents told me what their parents told them, what their parents told them. My God, I have history here of ignorance. Honestly, like when you get self-reflective and you start to realize, like, this is the shit I've been running my life.
Yeah.
I got to change this. And that's been my personal growth journey. Constant work, constant work, constant work, expose it. You can go to therapy, spend years evaluating it, or you can go to coaching, make a decision and let it go and move on. Whatever works. But at some point in time, you're going to make a decision and let it go. Therapy gets into what it was, the core issue, and re-experience it. Eventually, you have to let it go.
For those friends, if you keep, you have situations that are limiting you, I think keep holding on to those.
Yeah.
So maybe some of it's been coached wrong because early on in my career, I got coached by a very analytical coach, and he was so in my brain, and it's still sitting here. He was one of my early coaches. I was highly influential at the time. He said, Charles, if you increase your business by 20%, that's realistic, and in 5 years you will have doubled your business.
You know what? You are bang on. So he just told you that you can double your business in 5 years.
Right.
What about somebody that says you can double your business this year? So, but that belief system he taught you became your program, right? Right? And now that becomes your reality. Who says we can't double our business this year? If you wanted it bad enough and you were emotionally attached to the reasons why, and you needed to do it. See, we have to have this rooted belief, I need to do this. Imagine this, if you set a target of 5 conversations a day, simple, right? 25 a week, it's 100 a month. If you didn't do it at the end of this month, you would die.
Right.
Who's hitting that goal? Every freaking person.
Wow.
Right? You know why? Wow. Right? Okay. So here's how I frame it. Do you want your goal that bad?
Yes.
Is the current past determining that? Moving forward, it will. If you want your goal that bad, 5 a day. Maybe your goal is bigger. Maybe you need to do 10 a day. Doesn't matter. But do we want our goal that bad? See, that's conditioned thinking. So to your point's negativity, yeah, we create the story and we just keep reliving the story.
Yep.
So if it works and you're loving the story, you don't need to change anything. But if you need to grow, and I think as a human being, we're no different than a plant. The plant is either growing or dying. I have to grow every day. I had an agent recently in December. He's like, I don't want to make any more money. I don't need coaching. I don't want to make any more money. I said, well, why don't you make the same money in 6 months?
Oh, you just shifted his thought process.
I changed perspective.
Right.
Because he went, then he was awesome, right? He's like, never thought of that. I said, that's why you need a coach. But you might not be ready yet. Guess what happened in January? Jamie, I want to talk to you. So for 2 weeks, he thought about that. I'd forgotten about it. My mind was moving on, right? And for 2 weeks, that thought, that question was in his head. Yeah, yeah.
6 months.
All of a sudden,
Mexico for 6 months.
find your reason, right? And so we change our outcome by changing our thinking. You're empowering yourself. You're motivating yourself. My goal, like I'm feeling there's a shift. That's my goal. My goal is to take your mind, stretch it like an elastic. But the minute I let it go, guess what? That's going back to its original shape. When I leave, I know this. If I take that elastic back, I do this every day. At the end of a month, it's now like this. Started like this. That's why it's important to be doing this work when nobody's looking. We need to let go. Symbolically, we went through this process. We've got to let go of the past. If not, we're dragging all that with us. The minute I had the realization that I was living my life because of everything everybody ever told me, it was like an awakening. It was like I was born. Because then I started to question everything. What's important? What's important? That's BS. The reason I suggested you write down about your year, you put yourself first. I used to say be selfish, which is the same thing. But when I said be selfish, I could feel resistance because I was raised, don't be selfish. So what did I do for most of my life? I put everyone first. That's why I worked for a crazy amount of hours. I almost got divorced. I came home one day and my wife's like, I'm done. I mean, what do you mean you're done? I'm doing all this for you. She goes, there's no, I said, I'm doing all this for us. She said, there is no us. You're here. You're worried about work. I'm at work. I'm guilty. I should be home. Thank God we worked through it. We're still together. Almost 4 years. But it took that moment in time. See, everything we do in life is either, Tony Robbins always says this, pain or pleasure. Pain is a bigger motivator than pleasure. That's effed up. Like, right? We proved it. I said if you didn't make your 5 contacts a day, you would die. Whoa, I'm doing the numbers. Pain of death is more important than the pleasure of doing the numbers to make the money. This is how we've been programmed. Like this is deep-rooted society.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So this is what we have to overcome. I'm trying to do it in an hour to get you to shift it. So we have to let go. Here's what the focus is. We know we need to focus on who do I need to be, not what do I have to do. You notice how I haven't talked about how you make the money? Because it doesn't matter, we're all going to do it different. Who do you need to be? So I invite everyone to write this down. I create a to-be list, not a to-do list, a to-be list. What that means is, who do I need to be or become to live my biggest and best life? I need to be confident. I need to be following through. I need to be committed. I need to be a man of my word. What you're not doing right now, the opposite, is who you need to be. So what do you have to do and who do you have to become? So if we just focus every day on becoming more, the doing changes because the current way we're all doing business is based on program. It's not going to be what it takes to get to that next level. When you change your thinking, you ask yourself different, better questions, then you get to ask and focus on the to-be list. So we don't need to do more. We need to do less and make more. That's a different conditioned thinking. Charles, the same reason my coach said, you want to do 50 deals, 50 contacts. So he planted that in my head, and guess what I did? And holy shit, I did it.
Yep.
So then in my mind, guess what happens? I reframe it, it worked. So guess what? If I wanted to make more money, I need to make more calls. So then I got stuck in that loop. The reason I'm suggesting 5, we don't need to do more. We need to have better connections. When's the last somebody called you out of the blue and said, how are you? I was just thinking about you. How are you?
Us or me?
Yeah.
No one. Except mom or maybe.
The people that love you, maybe your wife one day. But see, that's my thing.
I'll never leave you alone.
Yes.
Nobody's calling us. So if we do it, we're going to stand out. As a realtor, there's 75,000. How do you stand out? Care, connect. How are you? And whatever they say, just understand that's a surface answer. That's like when you walk in the store and the clerk comes over. Hi, can I help you? What do you say?
I'm just looking.
Bingo. Who taught us that script?
It's our defense.
It's
defense.
by default.
Don't bother me. Don't sell me.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you want somebody, now you got to go looking around for somebody like a style.
It's gonna be, hey, we are having a sale right now, or we have something on promotion. Can I show it?
How about this? Out of curiosity, what brought you into the store? See, it's all the questions we ask. It's all about getting into conversation. So focus on becoming more. So we have the blocks that are keeping us stuck. We've just discussed this is deep-rooted stuff, right? This is deep-rooted programming. So to overcome this takes a conscious decision to change our subconscious beliefs. Let that sit in. We have to consciously make a decision to change our subconscious beliefs. If we don't, we keep running subconsciously, keep getting the results we're getting. So if we want a different result, we need to then focus on our growth. So what comes to mind when I ask this question? What is one belief you'll let go of today? One belief that you have in your life that's been exposed. What is one belief you'll let go of today? And just write it down for yourself. This is for you. What comes to mind? What is one belief you're going to let go of today?
Then I get a question, Robert. I didn't get the question. What is the one belief you will be let go today?
Let's say right now, in what we've just been talking about, you have a belief system that's there. What would you like to let go of today? What is one belief system you'd like to let go of today? It could be, for example, I have to work hard. I see this all the time, especially in the coaching world. You got to grind, man. You got to go for it. You got to grind. That's freaking exhausting. What about if I could just sit back, relax, and attract all the business to me? What outcome do you want? I used to grind. Like I can grind whenever. I'll outgrind you. That's what I was taught. I flipped it over to, what if I just relaxed, surrendered, and allowed the flow so every one of my clients comes to reaches out. I do my job. I connect. I'm here because I reached out to Charles. I reached out to Mike, who was another manager. Reached out to Beta. So I proactively do this. That's my job. Not everybody comes when they say they're going to come. But I just keep connecting. But my business today is in flow. Everything I need comes to me. See? Most times you don't do the sales unless you reach out. Yeah. See, I know what's going to happen to my business though. It's going to get to a tipping point. Like we've only been doing this now 6 years. It will be like everything else that's ever happened in my life. There'll be a tipping point where I will need to build and grow the coaching company because I can't handle all the business. But until that happens, I'm just going to keep connecting, keep connecting, keep connecting, keep connecting. So just, I model this for everyone. This is what I do. Please. Only if it's nice. Don't beat me up.
If I see myself, I'm a accountability person, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that all the time I say to myself, I need to do this, and I don't do that.
So there's a belief system that's stopping you, that's holding you back. So if we reframe that, and I'll just take you to the end. I'm a committed person, I do what I say.
That's like I'm holding my promise, right?
Right? So you can either hold on it or you can let it go, burn it, write it down, burn it. And the opposite is I'm committed, I follow through and do what I say. See, if anybody knows me, if I say something, I'm done. Like I'm in, you're committed. Because I'm committed. Like I follow through, I do what I say I'm going to do. I didn't always do that. But now, my mentor at the time said, you can take my word to the bank. And that resonated with me. Because I would say things and not do it. Well, have you ever done that? Yeah, I'll call you back next week. Next week doesn't come. And now you see their name come up. You know you should call them, but you don't want to call them because now you feel bad because you didn't call them. Because you told them you were going to do something and didn't do it. It's not about them. You let yourself down. You didn't commit to your word. Commit to your word. Your life changes. Thank you for sharing that because that's real, right?
Yeah.
So let's get clear on the belief we want to let go. Let me ask you the same question. On a scale of 1 to 10 now, based on everything we talked about, how would you rate yourself on your current beliefs to hit that income goal you wrote down? Has it changed? Write down the number that you feel represents you right now. Did the number change?
Yes.
Did it go up or down?
You know what? I've had people say it like that.
See, when somebody says it goes down, then I have to go to therapy. Okay, so where was it and where did it go?
I can say before I was standing around like a 5, now I'm thinking up to like a 9.
Whoa, I'll take that.
I didn't wrote anything, I'm still thinking.
Okay. Get out of your conscious mind, get into your subconscious, get into the feeling. What do you feel? What do you feel it is right now? Forget about even where it was.
Once I think with midness.
What do you feel is the number? Just go with your feeling. What is it?
Well, I wouldn't make everyone I can choose the one.
We don't know what we have.
We know we overthink it.
We call that the knowing doing gap. We know.
It's the limitation we put on ourselves, right? Or in my case, I'm trying to fix everybody else's problem and not getting off.
Ah, there's the awareness. Like take that to the bank. That's it. If you got nothing out of today, that's it.
Well, I put that
What was it before?
probably about a 5 or 6.
Okay, awesome. What do you do?
I put 10, I was about 7, 8. Yeah, now I'm at 10.
Percentage wise, that's a big gap, big jump.
But
That tells me, okay, that tells me you opened up your mind and you allowed yourself to think. I'm just presenting ideas. I'm having a conversation. You created that shift. So own it.
I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna do whatever goals I want to do.
I love it. And how did I start today? You can have your best year ever.
That's why I'm here. Actually, I'm coming all the way from Woodbridge.
Yeah, that's why I was really impressed with him when I saw him here. As I said, wow, I saw him here. You know, Mrs. Sauer.
No, she was here.
You live here.
So you made a committed decision.
Yeah.
That's what that tells me. You made a committed decision that you're gonna have a great year. That's the beginning of anything. So let me create the opportunity for you. We've done the QR code. This is for the quiz.
You didn't do that.
I was hearing a quick while.
That's okay. We're gonna I'll get an email out to everyone so you can do it if you haven't done it. I'd like to offer everyone an opportunity. Wrong slide. JamiePurvis.com, not CA. Okay? JamiePurvis.com. This was for a workshop we just did. If you go to JamiePurvis.com, you have a 30-minute coaching session with me. Jamie Purvis, yep, there it is. JamiePurvis.com, not .ca.
It's forward to BeDoHaveMovement.com.
It should go right to the page to book your call.
Yeah.
So JamiePurvis.com. 30-minute coaching session. Typically, it's $147 investment. That's what people pay for it. Charles has provided me the opportunity. I wanted to extend this to anybody that wants to book a call with me. No obligation. It's free. If you go to jamiepurvis.com right now, we've set it up so the fee's been waived. So you can book a call. So I'd like to offer you that as your final gift. We'll carry it from 2025 to 2026. Okay, and I'd be happy to do it. No obligation. This is calls about you. I want to help you extend what we've talked about. Yep. Yep. Go ahead, book the call. Once you put your information in, you pick the calendar and you pick the time. Okay? And for everyone at home, same thing, obviously.
This one Black Friday sale.
That was for a workshop we did in December. I opened the wrong deck for our meeting today. The only thing different was the last slide. Yeah, we did a business session that incorporates a bunch of things into it. We're gonna be rolling this out again in the spring. Every 90 days, we're gonna do this. Because the challenge,
Interesting if you come back at the end of the year
Yeah,
to see if we achieved all the goals.
And then the 2026, right?
And yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
okay, so here's how we don't get off track. We have the goal for the year. Now you get clear on 90 days. We just focus for the next 90 days. Because if we think about the end of the year and we start to get behind, because realistically, to that word that I don't like, it takes me, there's momentum of the market. So am I going to hit my January goal? If I've taken my yearly goal, broken it into a month, probabilistically, I'm not going to hit it in January. So when I set my goals, I know there's a cycle to build up momentum. So I don't set big lofty goals in January. My outcome is the same, but I do it based on a cycle. So that gives me for the 90 days. Because if I'm behind by the 3rd or 4th week of January and you haven't hit the goal, how do you feel? Beat yourself up. Please.
So, in coach, so many students you have, so many relatives you have. How many of them reach to their goal?
That all, that all depends. Some of them do it right away. Others, we're still working on it. Because it's all belief, it's all mindset. So the minute you make a committed decision, like I'll give you an
Like, how many years you're coaching, the
Yeah.
percentage of the.
oh, I don't see you're analytical. Right? You like to process things and make decisions based on evidence that's been proven. That's a belief system. This is about you and your belief system. Are you bought in that you're going to hit your goal this year? Bingo. Understanding personality is a big piece. See, I have a coaching client that I reached out to on LinkedIn, who's using LinkedIn as a form of lead generation. Okay. Yeah, yeah. You can. Well, I know that's reality because when I lost my Facebook and Instagram because they got hacked, I lost like 9,000 connections. Thank God I had a database. So I still have 4,500. I made the decision then that I'm not going back because it's like a vacuum. Let it go. I started to put my focus on LinkedIn. 80% of our business last year came from my outreach on LinkedIn. There's a massive, it's a whole different conversation. I'm working on creating a program for that. Yep. Yep. And you know what? Here's the foundation. It's all about connection. LinkedIn's all connection. So what did we say? 5 a day. You do 5 a day, you don't need to do anything on LinkedIn. But with LinkedIn, you get a lot of data.
the actual point is the conversation has changed. We talk to people differently. So when he says in contact.
Text them.
There's so many different ways of getting in touch with people. But we consciously do it, but we don't understand that that is the preferred method of conversation that people want to have.
See, I know for me, my goal, I love to learn about people. So I know when I can speak to 5 realtors a day, I hit my goals. It's over and over and out, evidence, I know. So I just know that's the outcome. So I just have to do 5 a day. Some days I do 3. I make it up at the end of the week. So I know every week I just have to talk to 25 people and that hits my goals. What's stopping me from doing it? Distraction. Same thing that stops everyone.
Yeah.
right? But I'm committed to doing it. So that means, guess what? Some evenings I work late.
Are your piece of policy that they will check?
I just ask a question.
And
But that's why I recommend you go to people you already know. Like, forget about strangers, go to people you know. See, I'm expanding the business, so I intentionally last year made the decision I was gonna get out and start doing workshops. It was a conscious decision.
I'm under the age that have third embarrassed. Call people they know.
I find sometimes I have better outcome with people I don't know.
I hear that.
I'm more confident sometimes. with
Yeah,
people I don't know.
and, you know, you feel like that's the lose me too, same thing. But you said the one thing, there's a belief system, which is
Yeah.
wrong.
Mm,
Now, how long have you been in real estate?
10.
See, what you just shared might have been true the first year,
Mm,
but now we're reliving it over and over and over,
Right.
mm.
right? So now see how we get stuck? See, you have everything you need. You have enough evidence, proof in yourself and your ability. People you know, if they don't know you care enough to have a conversation, a text message, well, they'll return my call, but I'm a stranger. And I did my business the same way because I didn't have a CRM. Like, I was 22 when I started. So what did I do?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have
It's all we
anything.
knew back then.
there was nothing like CRM.
Even I do have a CRM, but I don't know how to use it.
That's, you know what? That is the vast majority. And guess what the best CRM is? The one you use. I don't care. I don't care. So you might as well find a free one, because if you're not gonna use it, don't pay any money for it. Right? So but see, you guys have it in your system. You
But
know,
I feel so messy.
I don't yet, but
I don't know how to use them properly.
you haven't made a conscious decision to learn how to use it.
how to use what?
We're also trying to make it easy for you guys, and so is our franchise, okay? So we know that if you make it easy for you to use, you will be more inclined to use it. But I understand, you have to remember where the best CRMs were most difficult to use.
Yeah.
Right? They were good, so they no one could figure out the intricacies, the nuances, really powerful. But those people who did it,
It was your life.
you reap the benefits. So believe that you can be as good as that.
I stopped selling 16 years ago. Because I had a great CRM that I worked, I connected with. We used to do client events. We had 400 people come out to our summer barbecue. Like, we were connected with our database. 86% of our business was from my CRM. That's what allowed me to, my partner took it over, and I get referral income for 16 years from a database I built, first part of my career. I couldn't have sold it for the money I've earned from that repeat business, because no realtor's going to pay for it. Because I understood I didn't have CRM for the first 5 years. And then I got to the point where my clients were listing with other people. And one time I was brave enough to ask, like, how come? He goes, you sold the house. I never heard from you again. All you cared about was the commission. So when we don't call them back, guess what they think? And thank God he told me that. Thank God I had the cojones to go ask him. Because what do most of us do, really? He's the problem. Take responsibility. Thank you. I know I can go on.
Everybody, thank you very much. You did record this, so anyone who did register will get a link to the recording when I upload it, okay? But you need the link to watch it. I'm not gonna make this public. You need to have the link to watch it. If you share the link, yes, someone can have it, but it won't be searchable, just so you guys know, okay? Just out of respect for the people who spent the time to register and spend the time with us, you guys all will benefit. Those who didn't, they're out to lunch.
Next workshop.
Yeah, exactly. And I look forward to seeing you again. And on behalf of Remax West, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much. Take care, everyone.
It was a really nice, like a motivational, like